April 18, 2017, I heard somebody on the side of my studio apartment. Now, my brother thought I was crazy until I called the San Diego Police Department, or 911. And while the phone was ringing to 911, a voice hacked in my phone and said, "No one's going to help you. We're coming to get you tonight." My brother goes, "What is that?" I said, "You tell me." Remember, I'm the one who's crazy. So he freaked out. He knew there was something going on. Police came out. They said there's someone back there, but I can't look. I had to beg them for 15 minutes to shine their flashlights. When they finally did, they said there's no one back there, but I can't look. As the sun was starting to come up, right before, me and my brother hear a big boom, and then we hear the perpetrator run out of our backyard, down the driveway, and off into the streets. This is April 18, 2017. Sorry about that. April 18, 2017. See? Now, sorry, I just went for a long walk. It was a lot of stuff, a lot of violations to me. Now, recently, the thing is I had a friend that was staying here, and she's a friend of a friend, and she became my friend, and we got to know each other, and she had a lot of problems with her son getting physically abused by the father. Perhaps he had bruises all the time. Well, this last week before she vanished, the son didn't show up to school, and she was getting really stressed out. Started really crying and crying and crying and crying and crying. Then she goes to Mexico to work for this Ricky guy who is working with the Black Ops programs next door here in the condos, and the new neighbors that just moved in, the house right next door to us, and the house after that, the blue house. And they worked in cahoots, is what the evidence points to foul play, to murdering my friend, basically. Now, the only people that know the people she works for said she died of she OD'd. See, but she can't do drugs around a big time boss like that. They don't allow that. So that's what I was trying to say. And now, the neighbors on the 4th of July had this big party, and they were talking about coming in my apartment uninvited and going into my aunt's house. They were going to come in no matter what. And they started doing all kinds of weird shit. So, and they were calling people, and they had weird equipment, like a huge box, like a military-looking box thing. It was just creepy. Anyway, this is what I saw. And it was horrible. And like I told my aunt and my friends, I go, no, there's a lot of us victims here. It's called gang stalking. It's a military program. It's government, and they do all kinds of horrific stuff. From what I've noticed, they have a murder program. It's under the Patriot Act. If you talk about criminal government conspiracies, they basically make a choice that you're a threat to, I don't know, some kind of like Nazi system. But it's even worse than that. There's possibly non-humans among the public, and there's a way to see them. For the first time in history, there's physical evidence of these fallen demonic beings. And I got a feeling that if Courtney doesn't either show up at my house real soon, if this turns out to be true, or if justice isn't served on this sicko for thinking he has the right to hurt her, it's going to be one or